is something that I'll make not quite as often, but still fairly often. Or you can adapt the pasta sauce. When we did the pasta sauce, if you watch the pasta sauce video, you can adapt the pasta sauce as a relish as well. So it's quite often I'll have some kind of tomato sauce going on in my fridge. This recipe actually keeps really well because of the vinegars, because of the acid in it. It keeps really well, so it'll probably keep for up to a week. So in English we would call it ketchup. You can also call it a relish. It's just some kind of vinegary, sort of acidic, tart kind of dressing that you can either use over a salad as a salad dressing, or you can put as an accompaniment to things. So it is actually really nice. People always make oil-based dressings, but it is really nice to do these kind of more acidic dressings as well. It's really nice over a plate of green leaf. So your traditional way of doing ketchup is obviously with tomatoes. You would use fresh tomatoes and dried tomatoes, and you need quite a lot of dried tomatoes to make the relish really nice and thick and dollopy like ketchup is. As I mentioned before, quite a lot of people don't like tomatoes. They're sensitive to tomatoes. It's quite a common allergic food, and they are very acidic as well. So if you're trying to avoid tomatoes, you can use carrots or you can use peppers. Actually, if you're trying to avoid tomatoes in a recipe, one tip is for every 2 tomatoes, you can replace 2 tomatoes with 1 carrot and 1 red pepper. Because if you blend up a carrot and a red pepper together, it gives you the same kind of consistency and the similar kind of flavours to blending up tomatoes. If you're trying to do a recipe and avoid using tomatoes, you can use a combination of carrots and peppers. Peppers are really watery and carrots are a lot more fibrous than tomatoes, so together it gets about the right consistency. It's not quite the same, but it's a nice substitute. I do a really good red pepper ketchup where I use sun-dried tomatoes and red peppers. I think that's in Eat Smart, Eat Raw. No, it's in Raw Living, I think. And that's a really nice fruity ketchup that's really popular. This is really popular with kids. And actually this is something I used to do for them a lot when they were little, and I was trying to persuade them into eating more healthy foods. Is I would do vegetable sticks, and they would eat the vegetable sticks along with this kind of ketchup because they really liked it. It's a lot sweeter than a kind of mayonnaise recipe. And as far as the colour goes, you could use dried turmeric, but it's getting much easier at the moment. Turmeric seems to be quite in fashion. It's definitely, when I was in New York recently, it was definitely really in fashion in New York. There was a lot of people doing turmeric juice, which was really good. Turmeric is one of the best anti-inflammatories. It's used a lot in Ayurvedic medicine and Indian cuisine. The reason we love it is because it has this amazing bright yellow colour. It doesn't actually look yellow when you open it up like that. It's kind of orange. You can eat it. It's a bit bitter. It's not unpleasant though. I like to nibble on it, but it will probably turn your teeth yellow. It turns everything bright yellow. So we're just going to put some turmeric in. Also what they do in Ayurvedic cuisine is they do something called golden milk, so you can blend up the turmeric with your hemp or almond milk and make a really beautiful bright yellow milk. So now I've got this really beautiful, it will thicken even more in the fridge, so if you've made it and it's a bit runny, don't worry, because within a couple of hours it goes really nice and thick in the fridge. Can you see what a beautiful colour that is? Really amazing, and it's so tasty as well. Really, really delicious. So yeah, it would make a lovely salad dressing over a plate of green leaf. You could put it over kelp noodles, that would be nice, or sea vegetables. What we're going to do now is we've got the burgers that we made in another recipe, and we're going to show you how to assemble the burgers all together.